Hey friends, welcome back. My name is Jason. I've got my friend here, Bill Stoker from STOKERMATIC, and we just completed a video on 5 prepping priorities. And that video segued us into this video right now. So if you haven't seen that first video, you're going to go, after watching this one, of course. After watching this one, of course, you're going to go over to STOKERMATIC and you're going to see the other 5 prepping priorities. Prepping priorities.
Prepping priorities.
I'm going to list 3 of mine. You're going to give us 2 of yours for this video.
Awesome. I think one of the things that we need to get right is our logistics and sustainment operations. The go-to for thinking about that is things like food and water, which we kind of talked about previously, as far as how we're going to continue to keep things moving. But there is so much. If you look at all of the stuff that we go through in life, whether it's lumber, hardware, beans, bullets, bandages, in addition to the food and the water, clothing, just all of the stuff that we need for life, or at least that we want for life, to make life easier. If the truck stopped moving,
what now?
How are we going to get it?
That is a good question.
Right?
I wasn't even thinking about, I guess it depends on the situation, like super long-term survival, right?
Yeah.
Super long-term and there's no resupply and stuff. Clothing. Think about that. Like you've worn out all your clothes. You don't have spares and stuff like that. You're kind of a minimalist kind of guy. Yeah. You don't have a whole lot of stuff in the closet.
Turn your underwear inside out.
Yeah, that's right. What do you do then?
Yeah.
Where are you going to get your next pair of underwear?
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Back to the loincloth. That's pretty good. So that's a good one. Yeah, figuring out where you're going to get your next, name it.
Yeah.
Where's it going to come from? Food. Where's the food going to come from?
Right.
Just logistic supply. That's super good.
Think about oil for your vehicles.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of stuff that we just take for granted. A lot of people out there don't even change their oil because they're idiots.
Why would you just buy a new car?
Right, just buy a new car. It's like a New York reload. Just go to Gun 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, just all of the stuff that we need, and we may not need it this month.
Right.
But in 6 months, we're going to need it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I got ducks. I'm sorry.
Ducks.
I got ducks coming into the barn here. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why suddenly they feel like coming into the barn, but that's what we're doing. So sorry about the quacking. Deal with it. Fuel, where are you going to get it? I stockpile fuel because I anticipate that there's going to be fuel shortages.
Yeah.
That's going to happen. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it's going to happen. You're going to roll into the gas station and they're going to be like, sorry, we're out. Or there's going to be a huge line backed up around the curb,
and
around
it's going to be $10 a gallon.
Yeah, and it's going to be jacked up prices.
Yeah.
And then what? So I stockpile fuel for that very reason. So that's my logistic supply. I am my own gas station, at least for a short period of time. Yeah. My first one on this video is going to be faith. I think that you need to get right. I think you need to get right with God. I think you need to figure out where you stand on your faith and get that dialed in, because to me, without that, everything else is harder.
Yeah.
It's more difficult, and the why you're doing it becomes harder to explain and justify. Why am I doing all of these things? Why do I care about other people?
Right.
Like, why am I preparing for other people? Why do I do this? And without the faith in God, and without that, I feel like it just makes it much harder to explain and harder to deal with. And I think that that's super important. It makes everything easier. It gives me courage. It gives me, when everybody else runs away from the danger, I will run towards it because I don't care if I die. I care about the people around me. I want to protect the people around me, but me personally, I'm not worried because I know what's waiting for me. And I think that's pretty important.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I to be honest, I guess I'm a little jealous, and I covet your answer in this one. And I wish we would have talked about it in mine on my channel.
Oh yeah, that's right. But stole it.
Man, that's it's something that I don't talk overtly about a lot on my channel.
Me either. Because it's touchy. It's like people going, "Oh, you're talking about God. God doesn't exist. You're an idiot." Shut up. Like, I don't care. Like, you can believe whatever you want. Like, it doesn't matter to me.
But it's absolutely a huge portion and part of my life and how I view things. And although I may not talk about things overtly, like I do talk about those virtues, values, and beliefs that I think interweave, because I think just too much about our faith becomes,
It pushes people away.
yeah,
I
and
get it.
people
Yeah.
people
Same.
don't hear you. But
Yeah.
I could say honor, integrity, selfless service. What you just said,
Mhm.
I have no problems with going forward
Mm-hmm.
and living selflessly because of my faith. And so I talk a lot about those values, which, quite frankly, people just don't talk about either, because it doesn't sell. Everybody, especially all you young men and older dudes, whether you're my age or older, you have to, before this year is out, you need to find something and build it. It could be a bench like this.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the hardware store, find some plans, cut the lumber by yourself, use screws, use nails, use whatever you want for fasteners, and build something. There is something in the process of creating something, not just the lessons learned, but the satisfaction that you have. You know, it could be growing chickens and now you have eggs.
Yeah.
Like I
I did
I
that. I made that.
I may not have laid that,
Yeah.
but I did that, right?
You didn't lay that egg. Yeah. I did that. Yeah, I agree. I got my son is making some shelves for his nana.
Yeah.
And I'm helping him. Obviously,
Right.
he's young and just learning how to use power tools and stuff. So, but he's learning how to make things with his hands.
Yeah.
So he can make that for his nana, and he can take it up there, and he can say,
Yeah.
"This is for you," and then he can be proud of it. You know,
Right.
something like that. Learning how to do that stuff. I think
Yeah.
it's good.
And, you know, it could be anything that's even hobby related. Like
Right.
learn how, make it a goal or a priority this year to learn how to and actually reload your own ammunition.
Yeah.
Or do some radio communication stuff. Like expand your hobby interests.
Yeah.
And just get neck deep into something and make something of it. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, I think that's a big one.
Yeah.
I think that's good, man. Make a thing.
Yeah. Do it.
Go
Just
make
do
a
it.
thing.
Make a phone.
Yeah,
You can do it.
Good luck with that. That's good. All right, let's transition. Sorry again about the ducks. It's a thing. I'll shoo them away and they'll come right back. What do you want from me? I'll just deal with the quacking. Boosting security for your home. I think that's a pretty important one because I want to not be an easy target.
Right.
More importantly, don't want my family to be an easy target.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think it's really important to put up a gate, have some sort of fence, even if it's not like Fort Knox and it's 10,000 volts of electricity keeping T-Rex out. It's not that. It's just it's a mental barrier that someone will have to mentally cross, and it says, now I know, there's no denying it. I've crossed into someone's property. That's a big deal for a lot of people, and just having to go through a hoop like that might just push them on down the road a little bit.
Yeah, no doubt.
And that sounds bad, but my priority is my family.
That's right.
Yes.
You know, and you think, you know, on the daily basis, you know, a lock keeps fairly honest people honest.
Yeah.
Right? Keeping your doors locked keeps somebody from just opening the door. And if somebody's, you know, more nefarious, they may break your window or whatever. But having a gate.
Don't make it easy.
Yeah, you don't have to make it easy.
Don't make it easy. Boost the security. Put up a couple lights.
Yeah.
Right? A couple motion sensing lights that'll just deter people. I'm not saying put, motion sensing guns on turrets, although that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
That would be really cool, and I would like to see that.
Yeah.
I think that might be a little bit too much.
Yeah. And kill all your ducks.
I have considered actually, have you ever made a potato gun?
Yeah.
Of course you made a potato cannon. I've want to put a potato cannon on a swivel on the corner of my porch.
I dig it.
like an old school cannon.
Yeah.
I'll paint it black and everything. I want to do that. But anyway, I'm getting off topic again. I apologize. Let's bring it back. Boost security around your house. Basic things, little things, just to make yourself appear as if you're not quite so vulnerable.
Right.
Don't look like easy prey.
Yeah.
That's it.
In the military, we would say you got to constantly improve your foxhole, right? And I think that's exactly what that is. Looking around your property 360 degrees, and just looking for those areas of likely avenues of approach and knocking the big ones out first, and then continue to improve what you got.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, like this morning, you rolled into my driveway at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
A little bit early.
Yeah.
12 hours.
12 hours early. If you're not 12 hours early, you're 12 hours late.
AM, PM, it's hard. I don't. But anyway, I knew you were there because the motion sensors went off in the house, and I heard ding dong, and I knew someone was coming in the driveway. So that's pretty. It gives me a heads up.
Yeah,
it gives me a heads up.
I dig it.
Yeah, infrastructure for your home. So if you are a homeowner, I think it's really important for you to be fixing things, staying on top of maintenance.
Okay.
Now, it's not going to get any easier.
Yeah.
It's easy for me to go 20 minutes, 25 minutes away to the hardware store or whatever, and pick up a bolt or a 2x4. I can do that now, and it's fairly inexpensive. I can get that. I can bring it back. I can fix the things. The power tools still work, which is a crazy time saver.
Yeah.
If you've ever tried to saw something large with an actual hand saw versus a skill saw, you'll know what I'm talking about. And it's just it's incredible how much easier it is right now.
Yeah.
So if you've got a leaky roof, fix it now.
Right.
If you got to call a guy, even if you don't do it yourself, and you got to call a guy, it's
get
easy.
the stuff taken care of.
It's easy to call a guy now to come fix your roof.
Don't put it off.
Don't put it off. Get it done now. So fix the infrastructure. If you've got a leaky something, if you need to dig a root cellar in the hillside, if you need to,
I got to redo my dormers, right?
Yeah.
Like rotten. It's just time to get it redone.
Just basic infrastructure repair, maintenance, additions. All that stuff. Do it now. Do not wait. It's never going to be cheaper in history. It will never be cheaper. It will never be easier than right now.
Yeah, and those are all big things that we talked about. But there's a lot of little things in the house. Storage and all that other stuff that you just, if you get it right, it makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Because your life has more organization. And
check the
things
box
just
and
make
move
more
on
sense.
to the next things. Less things to worry about. Yeah.
No, I dig it.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely something that a lot of people don't consider as far as prepping, right? Some people will
it's
think
not high on the list.
Yeah, I got to do this next year after I get my tax return or whatever. But
I just got a brand new AK-47, but my roof leaks, and I have no, my well just went out, and
I got no wood for my stove for winter or whatever.
Yeah, I got bald tires on my truck, like all the things, all those things that's so much higher on the priority list than any of the cool guy stuff.
Yeah,
to me at least. Yeah.
Right on. No, I couldn't agree more.
Did we knock them out?
I think we knocked them out.
Awesome.
Knocked it out of the freaking park.
Out of the pack. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't seen the first video, make sure you go over to STOKERMATIC. Put a link in the description and somewhere around on the screen, probably. Sometimes I forget to do that, so don't count on that.
That's right.
Anyway, check that video out.
I always forget to do that.
I know, I do. Yes. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Can't wait to see you on the next one.